Hello everyone, I'm Seth with Exotic Motorsports, and this is our 2016 Audi A7 3.0T Prestige Quattro. Has 64,074 miles on it. It does have a matte black vinyl wrap on it. The original color is white underneath. It does have a few very small rock chips, but overall the front is in really good shape. Despite the rock chips, the paint underneath is not super obvious in the spots that the vinyl is torn. Still hides it pretty well. The hood's in great shape. Does have a few small marks here. Might be a little difficult for the camera to pick up just because we're basically dealing with different shades of black as far as the marks on the hood go, but there's just two small kind of scratches over there. Not a big deal. Looking at the driver's side front fender area, it's in good shape. Aftermarket Asante wheels look good. Driver's side mirror. There is some separation over here where the paint's showing through. And the wrap is peeling at the edge there. Front driver's side door. Good shape. Rear driver's side door. Good shape. A few very small light scuffs on the bottom part of the side skirt. Looking at the driver's side rear quarter panel. Just a few very small chips. Not a big deal. Overall, it's in good condition. Looking at the rear driver's side wheel. No marks, no defects or anything like that. Moving along to the back of the car. This is where I believe most of the wear is. So you can see a few small scuff marks there. I believe that's a seam in the wrap there, which is not done on the body line. So you can see the seam going across. I believe the badges were kind of wrapped or maybe plasti dipped. Some of the chrome is showing through on the side. And then we have these marks in the wrap on the top of the rear bumper. A little bit of scuffing and discoloration. But most of this is just minor defects in the vinyl wrap, which segments are very easily replaceable. And also, if you decide you don't like the vinyl wrap, it can be removed and you still have the protected factory white paint underneath. Vinyl wrap kind of acts like clear bra does in the way that it protects the paint from scratches and defects, things like that. So if you decided the wrap wasn't for you, the paint should still be in very good condition underneath, assuming it was wrapped that way. We do kind of have a scuff here, a line that kind of goes across there. On the passenger side rear quarter panel, you can see it's looks like it's kind of starting to peel, or maybe there's a seam for that very rear window area. The wrap does have some very light scratches under the fuel door, and there's a small dent as well. Not easy to see, very small pinhole dent there, but otherwise in good shape. Rear passenger side wheel, good shape. Looking at the rear passenger side door. No issues, except for 3 small scratch marks there. Front passenger door. Some scuff marks towards the bottom. Then on the mirror, you can see the seam was kind of patched up, separating. It's peeling a little bit underneath. There's some tears in it. It's bubbling a little bit on the surface, some scratches. Looking at the front passenger side fender. There's also some light scratching on the vinyl across the fender, but it's not very noticeable. Front passenger side wheel. Looks like the wheel does have a very minor bend in it. Still holds air. It drives great. The steering wheel doesn't have any shake or any imbalance to it, but there does appear to be a very minor bend in that segment. Like the outer lip might be curled out just a little bit. So I will go ahead and walk around the vehicle from a 1 foot distance to give you a better overall picture of the condition of the car. It's easy to make a car sound like it's in worse shape than it really is when you point out every defect, but here at Exotic Motorsports, we want to give our out-of-state buyers the peace of mind and confidence they need to purchase a car sight unseen if they choose to do so. So we're going to show you everything going on with the car, the good, bad, and the ugly. This car overall, I'd say, is in really good condition. Just has a few very minor flaws, which are very typical with vinyl wrap. It's not easy to keep it super perfect, especially if it's been on there for several years. Let's have a look at the inside. So the door jambs were not wrapped, so you can see the factory white coming through there. Then on the insides of the doors as well. So we do have black leather with wood grain inserts, power adjustable seats with adjustable lumbar controls there. Express up and down windows for all 4 doors. Push button start. Fires right up, no problems. No warning lights. Car's in great shape. Has navigation, Bluetooth, Bose audio, memory seats, power locks, power folding mirrors, auto dimming side view mirrors, blind spot warning as well, right there. Auto dimming rear view mirror, has a sunroof, and of course the console is all wood grain, electronic parking brake, multimedia controls, dual zone automatic climate control with heated and cooled seats, traction control, active aero, parking sensors, auto stop start, all kinds of wonderful features. And the wood grain does extend across the dash over to the passenger door panel. Looks fantastic, gives it a really nice, classy, elegant look. Upholstery in the vehicle is perfect. No issues with the seats, the door panels. The dash looks great. It's not sun faded or cracked or anything like that. Driver's side door panel looks equally impressive. There's no marks from the door getting kicked or anything of that nature. Steering wheel does not have any wear or fatigue on it. All of the buttons, the markings are still intact. None of the buttons have been worn off. All the stalks on the steering column look great. All the HVAC buttons look great. Multimedia buttons are all intact there. Nothing's been worn off. I know the lock and unlock and driver's side window button are typically the first ones to go due to their frequent use, but even on this car, it's in good shape. It does have front and rear fog lights with twilight sensing headlights, fully automatic headlights. Here you have your front reading lights, your universal garage door remote there, and your power sunroof controls. And then of course you have your manually extending and retracting shade. Let's go ahead and check out the back. So this is a rather large car, so I just want to demonstrate. I am 6'1", and the front seat was adjusted to my comfort, and I still have leg room. I'm not scrunched up back here. I'm sitting back here pretty comfortably. My head is pretty close to the headliner, but I will say my legs, my knees are not touching the back of the seat. I don't feel cramped. We do have separate rear climate control. Does not have rear heated seats, but it does have those 2 front vents and these vents as well. And the back seats are in just as good a shape as the fronts. They look excellent. And here's the driver's side seat as well, so you can see where I was sitting. No wear whatsoever. This car is in really good condition. Here we have our 3-liter supercharged V6 engine, which is a wonderful design. You really get the best of both worlds. You get the fuel economy of a V6 when your foot's not in it, but you also have the torque of a forced induction 6-cylinder when your foot is in it. So if you're just cruising, you can get really good gas mileage with this car, but it does put down the power if you need it to. This car does move under its own weight very easily, and some might even argue that it's somewhat quick, especially paired with the automatic transmission that it has. The shifts are very, very smooth and responsive, especially in sport mode. This car can be very aggressive. You pair that up with the adjustable electronic suspension that the vehicle has, and it can go from comfortable daily driver to track car with just the push of a couple buttons, which really matches the aggressive styling that the A7 comes with inherently. The engine sounds really quiet at idle. No weird sounds, very smooth, consistent idle. It shifts great, very smooth, very snappy and crisp shifts under acceleration. This car feels really good and is the perfect hybrid of luxury and performance. There's not much more you could ask out of a car to perform both roles. So that is our 2016 Audi A7 3.0T Prestige Quattro. If you have any further questions, please feel free to check out our sales listing on our website at exoticmotorsportsok.com. Thank you for watching.